Looks like everything is fine. It's working out. Let me pull over. Let me just get rid of that. Get rid of... I mean, I'm going to need that because Frontier's just going to crash again at some point, so we'll just keep it over here. Okay. Well, I'm getting a little bit smoother at putting things up. Like getting the stream up and running. Getting a bit better at putting it up. So, frankly, we don't have a lot to do. I mean, we have a lot to do, but we don't have a lot to do right now. My build is fully complete. For the most part, there's no real way for me to make it any better, I believe. So, you'll just have to chip away at some HR6s. Although, me and Stormy have been playing a lot off stream, just getting our builds into like nice and proper, all the skills done, all the decorations done, all the upgrading. So right now I'm running pretty... It's a really optimized set. It's like down to a couple points. And I'm using Sergio's Mail, so I have Expert 5 as well, so that's 50% crit. So logically speaking, I should be critting 100% of the time, I believe. Which is nice. I've also got Attack Up Very Large, Evasion +2, a whole bunch of other nice skills. A couple of them are just quality of life. Like, I was getting kind of close to putting on Weapon Handling, which is Quick Sheath in this game. And I figured, well, I may as well dump in the extra points to just activate it. If anything, I've actually got a skill that is not activated because apparently there's a skill limit in this game. You can only have a maximum of 10 skills active at once, which is very odd. Did not expect that. Because me and Stormy were like, why is the skill not activating even though we're meeting the point threshold? And then we had a look and it's like, oh, there's a skill limit. Me and Stormy have done a majority of the HR6s, so we've experienced them already. I really liked Torcidicles. I really liked this monster too. I really liked. I'm not gonna say their name because all these names are just the same. I like this one. This is just Diablos, but with a bit of a fiery dynamic to them. This dude pissed me off a little bit because he has an insta-kill move, and it's not necessarily an insta. It doesn't insta-kill you outright. What it does is it stuns you, and it's an exclusive stun that you cannot get stun resist for. Literally, if you get hit by it, you're stunned. Doesn't matter what build you have. And then he just does a follow-up, which insta-kills you. So, getting hit by him was a bit of a nightmare. This is like Ice Lunastra, Ice Teostra, but they died in no joke, they died in like 4 minutes. And that's with me and Stormy fucking about. Like we were screwing about, doing nothing. We were like trying to get an overlay working that showed damage numbers. So we were literally not even fighting the monster for like 2 minutes, and the monster died like 6 minutes into the hunt. I didn't really get to experience this one, although it does have a really cool ice move, which is really fun to dodge, where like ice comes out from the ground. It's quite nice. Last one we fought was Vol'jang, which is very cool. Most of these monsters are really cool. They are starting to get into the territory of like these are a bit too ridiculous that I can't see them being brought up back very easily. It doesn't seem likely that a lot. I mean, Vol'jang can probably come back at some point, but they are starting to look more like fantasy bosses than they are ecological specimens, so to speak. Aside from that, I really don't have much else to do. I can't really do anything to improve my build. Actually, can I? I don't even think that I need to upgrade any of my weapons, because the next upgrade is all G rank. Fuck, I meant to just go into upgrade. Excuse me. Oh no, actually... I could actually go and upgrade this weapon more. It's gonna take 20 superior Teostra wing, which... I really don't know if I want to do that, actually. The more I think about it. I mean, getting purple sharpness would be incredible. But I don't really... I don't know if I can stomach... What's his face? Obtained from unknown in HR6, we have not fought them yet either. But they're unknown, it's superior as well. What's my other sword shield? Usurper. This is a G rank, so I'm not getting this even if I wanted it. So the only routes I have are fighting the G rank key quests, or I go and fight Superior Teostra. And I really don't know if I want to do that. I mean, I have to. I guess I will, actually. I guess I might as well. I'm gonna have to learn the moveset either way, so it doesn't really matter. This is also like a guaranteed hardcore, which is brutal. I mean, this is one of those quests I might just have to use a Hulk plot for because it's kind of crazy the amount of damage that they deal. Genuinely might get like genuinely full stuck on this monster if I don't Hulk pot at some point. But I'll give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna immediately Hulk pot, I'll just have a look and find out. I'm willing to fail like once or twice before I'm like, okay, this is going to need a Hulk pot. I do know that some of these monsters were designed explicitly to be extremely, like, brutally overpowered. Okay. There's the blow up everything in front of me move. AKA pretty much every single move in Frontier at this point. Okay. Dodge to his back. I think that's going to be a running theme, actually, from what I heard. You want to be not in front of him. Okay. I should heal this. Yeah, for the most part, I'm going to be trying to stay on his sides because I know that standing in front of him is like that. It's just death. Since he has Jesus. He has a bunch of unreadable insta charges, which is going to mean that I will just get smacked if I try and attack his face at all. I don't know how I didn't hit by that. No. Wow, that killed me. And I'm pretty sure my that killed me as well. If you don't know, I have guts, which means I'm not necessarily, when I say it killed me, I mean it quite literally would have killed me. I need to actually start internalizing that move that I need to move to his left. I'm gonna move away from this because this is just a big explosion AoE that I can't do much about. I have to be above 50 HP at all times, which I believe... I don't think it's percentage based. I don't know what this move is. Okay. Yeah, I think Guts works on a like health value that you have. Seems like being under his crotch is probably maybe the safest area. Although probably his side actually, his left side seems pretty safe from what I'm seeing. I'll maybe try that out. Eesh. I'm just getting melted when I stand next to him. Okay. Yikes. Holy shit. I think I have guts. I really should heal more, but I'm not really treating this as like a genuine attempt. This is more... Oh, fuck. More testing, I guess. More seeing... Oh, it's gonna... Oh, wow. There's a much bigger range on that than I thought. I can only see the window for beating him. Bit of an early dodge, but work with it. I can see how he could be beaten though. There's a fine path through all this chaos. I don't want to be on this side. I want to be on that side. Thank you. Oh. We got the tail cut, apparently. That has to be some weak tail, dude. Is this... Yeah, this is this move. There's not a whole lot I can do about the attack here. I mean, I could try and attack his feet, I suppose. I don't really have a long enough weapon to warrant that. Huge dodge. It was luck, so. Yeah, I was just caught in the fire. Really impressed we managed to actually cut his tail. That most certainly was not helping very much. Just kind of have to treat this very, very safely. Oh god, that still hit me? Yeah, in this game the hitboxes are like 20% bigger than they look visually, which is very awkward. Makes me really appreciate the modern hitboxes, even though they're a bit scuffed sometimes. That was just... If I didn't have guts, that would have been true combo to death right there. Okay, well, I literally just inhaled a max potion, so... I'm out of max potions as well. I kinda just have to hope that he doesn't do like an explosion right next to me. Let me check something real quick. Alright, we're good. I was just checking to see if the audio was recording on my recording software. And it was. Damn. Yeah, that's kind of like a lot of these monsters later on. They're just like kind of true combo machines, where getting hit once effectively means you get hit until you faint, even regardless of guts. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of like a lot of the stuff they're introducing in HR6. I don't like the big Giga stun that they have seemed really fond of. They've really loved the look, love that stun. You haven't seen it yet on stream, but basically your character like gets stunned and they slowly, very very slowly fall to the ground on their knees, and then like all the way onto their like flat on their face. And then once they've done that, then you can actually start getting up again. But it ultimately means you just die if you get hit by that stun, because whatever move hits you with it also deals like guts level damage. I was looking up, that stun was actually really annoying me, so I was like, oh, I'll just look up stun resistance, you know? How do I get stun resistance? And unfortunately, stun resistance does not counter that stun, so... Who would have thought? Oh, fuck that. I thought I had my weapon out. Ultimately, this game in like HR5 and HR6 onwards is very much like, you know, just don't get stunned. Or just don't get hit. Ow, okay. Okay. I think I'm doing pretty good for the most part. That's crazy. That would have killed me. I didn't need to sheath my weapon for that. Wow, that is such a, like... That's an insanely small power break threshold. That almost killed me. Doing this move again. I think I've seen that move yet. Please do not smack me? You... Sorry. I think out of anything in this game that, like, annoys me the most, compared to Modern Monster Hunter, is the roar into attack. Pretty much every single monster in the game does that, where if you don't dodge their roar, you are just going to get attacked and you're going to have to heal. And then some monsters have obviously undodgeable roars because they're just like that potent. Or stuff like that happens where I suddenly got flinched from the wind resistance. There's a lot of things like that in this game where it's like either you get trembled, you get tremored, stunned, roared, or adjacent. Anything adjacent, obviously. There's so many ways in which you just do not get control of your character sometimes, and you are pretty much guaranteed to take hits. Obviously those things can be offset with the skills. You can also just dodge the roar, obviously that's an option. You can dodge the wind as well. I can't imagine playing this game and then not knowing that Guts exists. I'm just dead, by the way. I'm not dead. Got lucky. Okay, that's I wonder if that's consistent every time. The way all the things, all the explosions happen, so that you could consistently dodge that. But there's a semi-decent chance that those explosions are just random. Splinters had a very, like I said, 20% bigger than what you think they are. If he blows up here, I'm gonna... Yikes. And, please don't attack me. I would have died there as well. That's crazy. Yeah, like, playing this game without guts is, like... The game becomes actually 40 times harder, and it's already kind of... insanely difficult. I think those are consistent. I'm guessing I would have to just go back and forth between those. Like, dodge left, dodge right, dodge left, dodge right. Dodging through the flame each time instead of trying to outrange it. Fuck, wind pressure, dude. This makes me wonder, because, with, my skill cuff or whatever, I have it set to 60 plus defense, and I'm wondering if it's actually just more efficient to go for elemental at this point. Fucking hell, dude. I like haven't hit him in like 2 minutes. I just don't have the time. If he does that move and I'm in front of him, it's kind of just over. Unless I'm particularly far away. If I'm up close, it's a lot worse. I can maybe try, I don't know, sidestepping. I think sidestepping takes less time. Oh shit. We're good? And that's a very good move for right here. And that's a very good move for right here. That's the main time that I can dodge it, if I'm like close enough to get out of range. I did press dodge, but it was just a little bit too late. That's fine. I think I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, I really shouldn't be having those mega potions like that at the beginning, especially on these hunts. It doesn't really matter. I'm getting put into guts range every single time regardless. Like, functionally, my max health does not matter. What matters is if I'm in guts range or not. Like, obviously it's nice not to get comboed, but the only time it's really going to make it, like, it's always going to be a two-shot regardless of guts. I said that and then I start healing. I think this is consistent. It's anti-clockwise. So it starts from his left cheek and goes anti-clockwise. I think I'm doing pretty good overall though. I'm being very passive, but I'm at least not like dying due to greed. Which I think is the much worse way to die. It's clear that I at least like know his moveset to a certain extent. Fuck, I need to remember the wind. Wow, he gets harder. Okay, well, I don't understand the moveset apparently, because he has an entire new moveset. God, just seeing my health bar chunk down, it's so sad. It's funny, the fire effects are still on his or on his tail, as if he still had it. Does he do like any other move? I'm not gonna make it. It seems that his moveset has been truncated down to arena-wide nuke and the occasional fire bath. Very cool though. At least he's no longer in that mode, so I don't need to worry about him doing all that. Fuck. Should've dodged to the right. I don't think I should have been hit by that. Good. Good move to get. I hate how those explosions are not like a physical, like you can't see them, they're just, you have to assume the hitbox. Yeah, and there was nothing I could do real there. Even if I dodged, there's a high chance that he, because of like the way the geometry was made, he would have just swung into me. So, that was a guaranteed death pretty much from that position. Dude. This isn't even a slay quest, this is a repel quest. Oh yeah, the... You know, Twitch needs to actually like crack down on these bots. That was as perfect of a dodge as I could have made it. Like you need like some bit of luck on these guys. Because they can just not cooperate and kind of just kill you if they want to. Depending on like the combination of their moveset. Obviously there's like, you can just never get hit. But I feel like never getting hit and keeping some sort of offense up is very difficult. Just because like, I mean, some of his stuff is just not really dodgeable. I should have been carving his tail though, this whole time. I would have gotten lots of Teostra parts. A good chance he's gonna do blast here, yeah. And I got stuck under his leg so I couldn't move, unfortunately. Good. I was pressing dodge there, but unfortunately I was a bit too late. I actually see the less lethal hit there than before. Or the... Damn. Yeah, I received the less lethal hit before he did his big attack, which is quite nice. I'm probably below guts, so I have to... It's a shame, because when his tail gets chopped so early, you lose like a giant weak point. I would have gotten hit by that if I actually... Fuck, I keep delaying that. It's not that it's gonna help if I actually do time that properly, because it's such an active AoE that it'll just hit me anyway. Yeah, those blast clouds, they're like 20 to 30% bigger than they look. Okay, that was good. I'm gonna not heal this. Through happenstance, I have level 3 recovery speed. So if I can manage it, I would like to keep just healing my red health. I'm gonna get smacked though. Yeah. Jesus, dude. I feel like I have to like keep my weapon sheathed for half of this, just so I can actually run away from stuff. I was not in that, dude. Come on. Okay, flip the tail. Not really that, okay. Did I not have guts? I tried to dodge early on that one because I was on his left side, which is where the explosions start. So I had to dodge earlier than usual, or earlier than before. Like, cause now it's gonna start on his. Yeah, and I would have dodged like later then. I wish I had to just do one hit and then leave. Oh, yeah, fuck the... I'm actually gonna try and internalize that now. I'm gonna put it in the noggin. But I need to... When he's doing his air beam, he does a waft of wind that will stun me if I don't... That was nowhere close to me. I'm disagreeing with that one. I'm gonna get combo to oblivion now. I think what makes this monster so frustrating and so annoying is the fact that like the blast clouds are just not representative of like what the actual range is. So I have no clue. Like I have no clue what the actual hitbox of those looks like because it's just a 2D graphic that is also not very representative of what they are. I wouldn't have minded if they were like actually representative so I can actually confidently dodge them, but I have no clue. Yeah, he does a bit of air afterwards. I get like one hit and he can land. There we go. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna get hit now just because he's gonna like hit me in the middle of stun. Like that blast cloud was literally nowhere near me, but it still hits me. Again, I don't mind if it's that big. If it's like that big of an actual hitbox. Sure, whatever. But like, can you at least be accurate and show me it? Because it's really hard to balance myself around a fight and position myself properly when I don't actually get told what the hitbox of all the moves look like. Like, at this point, I'm kind of just gonna have to assume all the blast clouds are like 50% bigger than they actually are. I think this is one of those few monsters, like... And then he just cancels his combo to roar, stun me into like a guaranteed hit. Like, dude. Yeah, I think this is a monster I don't like. One of the few times where I like genuinely can't see the any appeal of this monster. And I'm a huge fan of Teostra. I really like Teostra in World and Rise, and... No, just those two games. I really like him in those two games. I'm a really big fan. I really don't like him here. Specifically this version. He's gonna start doing this now. And then you have like that move there, which like looks like it should hit me, but it clearly doesn't. I think I'm just dead. Nothing I can do about that. Yeah, don't think I'm a big fan of this guy. One of the few actually ones I would consider just blatantly unfun. And frankly, if they're not going to play in fair terms, neither am I. So. Where are my pots? Yeah, for the sake of my enjoyment, I'm just gonna get through them. We'll actually get like a pretty good metric for how much damage they're actually dealing with these attacks, the ones that are proccing my guts from full health. Be interesting to see how they actually, like how much damage they do. But I gave it a couple shots, you know, I didn't just throw in the towel immediately. Plus, this is gonna let me be a lot more flexible. Try to, like, being more offensive. Maybe through the use of the health pot, I'll actually get better. And can actually beat him without it. Genuinely, I actually prefer that to being roared and stunned. Of course, now all of a sudden he's being like quite kind. Dude, those blast clouds, they suck. I shouldn't be in his butt cheeks like this though. It's kind of just hard to not be. That's probably what I need to do. I need to slide along his sides like that. I wonder, do the blast clouds actually last longer than Evasion 2? Maybe because I have recovery speed 3, I'm letting myself get hit by the fire a lot of the time. Did you just hit me? Thank you. And that's why you don't stand in front of him. And that was really nice. That was clean. Fuck. This explosion's gonna be instant. I got caught by the ones behind him. I also don't think that's dodgeable. It's just me, so I have to heal right now. I'm trying my damnedest. I just don't think his blast clouds are really designed to be fair by the looks of it. Genuinely, my best hope in that situation is just to... That's crazy. That's actually crazy. They just assigned a random hitbox to his blast clouds, dude. They said, ah, that works. That's disgusting. Okay, just gonna go for it again. I've actually stayed on the outskirts of his tail. I probably don't need to dodge the wind. Almost feels like these monsters were almost like made for G rank. Considering I have to like chase after them 80% of the time. He fucking missed? Kind of funny, I get hit by that like preposterous blast cloud that one time, and then like he actually aims at me, swings at me while I'm like stunned from his roar, and he doesn't hit me. I think that's actually just kind of funny. Very funny, actually. The blast sets actually genuinely do have like an actual randomized hitbox. They just assigned a random sphere to some of them and was like, ah, that's good enough. I'm astonished at how long his tail has taken this time. Yeah, I don't need to actually dodge that. I mean, I probably still want to. Hmm. Oh, beautiful. I'm pretty sure I was like pixels away from getting hit by one of those blast hitboxes. Dude, he's just being a cunt now. Can you stop? That's gonna be the outskirts one, right? Yeah. Damn. Do you mind? This seems like a monster that's like way better to just avoid. Because I mean, I don't think I can actually iframe him to a lot of his things already. Don't think I have much. Yes, hit me. Thank you. I'm loving getting hit after that roar, actually. Genuinely way better than actually having to deal with like whatever follow-up attack he goes for. So that is dodgeable. The rest of it's AoE. Okay. Or the rest of it's damage over time. It's only the initial burst that is an actual AoE. Or an actual like damage kick, so to speak. Oh, I'm slouching a little bit. I'm like concentrated, you know? I don't need to be that locked in. I have a Hawk Pod active, so. Respect to the people who can do this without Hawk Pots or anything, but like I swear I'm dodging these things. I'm getting pretty like close in terms of like frames. Like, are they actually frame perfect? Why did this tail come off so easy? There we go. Came off within like the first like minute of the hunt last time, or the very first time I fought it. And now it's taking like a lot of the time. Does Hawkbot reduce your damage or something? Let's test. Let's see how big this is. Can I just stand where he was? No. Awkward. I think can I stand slightly behind where he was? I'll use that to get like a little damage on his head, but I don't think it's going to be very much. Ouch. Interesting how, because this weapon is an ice and a dragon weapon. I'm finding it quite interesting how it's apparently prioritizing dragon over ice here. Because if you have a multi-element weapon, it will always prioritize and show the element that's dealing the most damage to the monster. So it's just very interesting that I'm getting dragon instead of ice. I think in that situation, I'm kind of just screwed. Like, if I'm standing right... I guess that just means I cannot stand right there. Ever. I have to stand on his left. Sorry, his right, actually. At least long range, actually. I'll have to bring a lot of these frontier monsters back at some point. They can keep this one in the locker, but I think the majority of the other ones have been really fun and really nice. Pretty much the rest of them, actually. Almost all the HR6s and a good chunk of the HR5s are, like, genuinely incredible. Quite a few of them really do deserve to come back at some point. Inagami and Furukururu especially, those two are, I think, like the crowning jewel of monsters that I think deserve to come back from this game. This is long range, isn't it? Nope. It's that move. I thought it was the long-range blast that does the puddle, or the massive like circle of blast clouds instead of the up-close ones, because you kind of have to guess based on like the position of the rest of the players. So annoying. Like that time I dodged that blast cloud just fine. And some of them I feel like I'm really, really good at. Like I got like a really meaty dodge, and they just don't, just doesn't track. I'm not joking. I actually think I wouldn't have been shocked if that one hit me. After I saw it blow up, I was like, wow, I better heal soon. Oh, never mind, it didn't hit me. Dude, imagining like the poor, really slow weapons against this fight where he just does not allow you to do anything. I'm finding it tough to get like an opening for a sword and shield hit, let alone Thinking about a greatsword hit, good lord. Although saying that, this fight is actually probably easier on something like greatsword because of the volume of damage you deal compared to the hits. Because any opening that he does have will then be much more impactful and do a lot more damage. Stuck in his... That's actually good. That's good. That's not good, actually. I was 100% confident he was going to smack me there when he came back down, but he didn't, apparently. I think I'm pretty good at this fight. I'm not, like, excellent. Obviously, I've not beaten it yet. But in terms of, like, moveset, I can at least... Like, at least I understand a majority of his moveset. I should have been using my Transcendence this whole time. I wonder if it's worth waiting. That's going to be a close because there's no one else. Yeah, there's no one far away. That one's going to be a close as well. It was a medium. There's a medium range? Holy dude. Can he just, like, control the distance that those blast clouds go out in an actual dynamic way? I guess I need to assume that he was doing the move. He's going to be able to hit one of us. We're going to be able to hit us in general. This is going to be the close ones. Went down? Not a down, but like at least a stagger. Yeah, I kind of figured that was not good to do. I'm gonna wait for a bigger opening, I think. Well, that's a definitely bigger opening. I'll tell you that. You know what? I'll take it. Can you hit me? Hit me? Hit me? Oh. I should use this time to heal, not yawn, dude. Need to actually get close to him. I was expecting to get hit by the blast cloud there. This is just a pointless move. You know, at least this monster doesn't do the insane stun. This is going to be close range. Oh, it's long. Really? Why was it long range? No one was long range. Such a weirdo, dude. I think, yeah, if this Teostra had the, like, massive Giga Stun that they seem obsessed with in HR6, then I think this actually might be one of the worst ones in Monster Hunter. Like, period. It's already on, like, my, like, bottom 5%. Even if I can, like, consistently deal with him like this, he's just not very fun. There's, like, no safe spaces around him, really, to stand. And even if there was... Well, actually, no, even if there was, it would be quite nice, but... even then, you can have to dodge away from everything that he's doing. You don't really get to do a whole lot of offense. Just because he's like that taxing. Shocked that didn't hit me. Damn. Really should be paying more attention to that move when it comes out. Just the idea. Even with Hulk pots, I'm like fainting twice. Fuck. Dodged too early. I thought it was the claw swipe. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do. I guess I just need to stop standing to his left cheek then. This is gonna be like medium range or something. No, it's close range for some reason. It's that move again? Fuck. See, like early on I conditioned myself too much to go for this side of him, his left side. I think it's biting me in the ass now. I think I need to start like reorganizing my thoughts. I'm scratching my arm. Very cool though. Very cool moveset. It's a shame he's like really cool, because I wish I enjoyed him more. So far I cannot tell the difference between that and his projectile. I probably just need to pay way more attention, because that's like the biggest opening of all time if I actually get it down. Oh, I get to do my thing. That's rare. I'll do it when he lands. Exa flash dancer. Oh. That was good. I'm gonna have to do it one more time with Stormy. I love water. After all that heat, I need some water, dude. Oh, the tail! Fuck! I cut it literally 25 minutes ago. I think I can... was that any actual Teostra materials? I don't think it was. I think it was just generic Elder Dragon materials by the looks of it. So I don't even think I get anything for that I need. Well, that was certainly fun. I'm glad it's over with. For now. But I'm gonna have to do it again in like 4 hours probably. When Stormy gets on. My camera's a little bit positioned poorly. I think. Think that's better? No, I'm more central. Excuse me. My stream's actually working? Oh my god, Discord's actually working? Like, literally no one is showing up. Usually there's at least one person who shows up. Well, that was, an hour and a half of Superior Yosha. I almost want to fight like a Torsidicles for like a palate cleanser, dude. Chunks of shit monster in my mouth, too much. Aruba Deora. I wonder if any of these monsters' equipment is actually worth making or not. Probably not compared to the current build that I have. Because I think I have like quite literally every skill I could want. There's no other skills that I actually would like to have in my build right now. A lot of the extra skills I could put in are like very superfluous, very unneeded, like stun resistance, which is not going to matter anyway because, like I said, the stun that these monsters deal is not actually stun. It's a completely unique stun. Like Stun 2, the sequel to Stun, dude. This is Shantien's. Oh, we know. Wow. So I want to be inside or outside that bubble? This is looking like it's going to be a doozy. I'm going to have to... Okay, wow. Okay, wow, this is, this is looking kind of ridiculous so far. Maybe just got unlucky monster seed, like unlucky monster moveset seed at some point, but so far this is not looking particularly, doable. That hit me? I see. I see. They shield themselves from the attacks. I'm dead, I think. Unless this dark wooded floored area does not count. This is a fucking incredible theme though. It seems like they're doing ice. So I probably should not be using this weapon. I would guess that they are not weak to ice. In this instance, I'll probably want to be using my Zerurezu weapon. Their actual name is like Zeruresu or something. It's some like annoying combination of vowels. But Zeruresu just sounds better. There's a reason that I'm dodging every move, even if it's not going to attack me or hit me. It's so that I can learn the proper timing. Like, theoretically, could I have dodged it if I was in the vicinity? I just try and ingrain the like muscle memory of like dodge right now. Oh, I don't want to be in front of him. Yeah, I just try and ingrain the dodge timing into my head, even if they're not going to hit me. If I end up fainting 2 more times, I'm gonna swap weapons, obviously. Okay. Shit. If I commit too much like that, I need to just... What is this? Okay. It's just, map wide. AoE. That is, I don't think that's blockable, or, like, solvable. I was actually so sure I was gonna die there, by the way. The timing on that seems to be a lot more generous. Maybe that's like the Teostra thing, where it's technically just one attack, and the rest is damage over time. Like, it's maybe a lot less scary than it looks, which they seem very keen on doing in Nature 6, so I'll give it a shot next time, and if he starts sucking me in, I'll just wait. So it's about half a second of sucking in, and yeah, about half a second of sucking in, then I have to dodge. Got it. I don't think that's dodgeable. There was a very solid chance he was just going to do something like that, where, running towards me, or... Actually, no, there was actually more of a solid chance that he was going to do a different move. So I was like, I'm just going to gamble on the heal, and obviously that didn't really work out. That's very, like, auto-dodge. I like it. It makes me feel good at video games. This isn't like a heavy ice weapon. I couldn't probably manage. Like, if I just use this for the rest of the run, I'm sure it'd be none the wiser, just because, like, it's got plenty dragon on it. Yeah, I think that's kind of just the damage. Like, guaranteed damage, almost. Unless you're far enough away from where the drag doesn't pull you in all the way. It's maybe the type of thing I need to pay attention to, actually. I'll put more effort into memorizing that move for now. Like, I'll try and pay attention to its tell. Huge. Huge, 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 huge damage. So that has a lot of active frames, unfortunately. Looks like I'm not going to be able to dodge it from evade alone. So him putting the wind into the sky, that's just tornadoes, right? And he's like prepping it so that at some point he can call it down later. I could be wrong. Shit. That was like the one move that actually hit me. Okay. I'm shocked that didn't hit me. This is a very sloppy, chaotic fight so far, on my part, not on the monster's part. Like, it's kind of a bit... My positioning is all over the place. I'm like under his armpits too many times, and... I need to heal now. Looks like he cancelled his pull. Can he like special cancel his pull? That'd be kind of funny. Ooh. Haven't seen that move. Or if I have, it's not caught me before. Sorry, hunting horn person. Oh no, I have seen it. Yeah, no, it's just that move. I would like to heal. I'm gonna go for it. First time I've consistently dodged, or well, first time I've actually managed to dodge that. I'm kind of impressed. So it is somewhat doable. It's not like... You're not guaranteed going to get hit, but if you're close to him already, the chances drastically increased. I think I'm getting it. Oh, that's bad. Oh, okay, so that's an insta-kill. That's not, Good to know, actually. I'm glad I know that. That's not a big nuke and you go to guts. That's a big nuke and you will just flat out die if you're not inside of his bubble. That's just genuinely fine though. Just means that I have to... I bet what it does is it doesn't give you an actual damage state. It just deals damage ticks that do not flinch you. Therefore, it goes through guts. Like it's technically just a DOT. Unless you're supremely lucky or you're caught in the middle of some big, like, healing animation. It seems very much like you can just go to it at any point on the stage. Monsters actually grow on them quite a lot. I'm really enjoying it. Like, it also helps the theme is absolutely fucking banging. This sounds a lot like the Shantian theme, which is one of the first pieces of Monster Hunter media that I actually heard before getting into Monster Hunter. I was like, wow, this theme is fucking awesome. Huge. Oh, I would have swapped my weapons. Fuck. Forgot about that. This is the AoE. I remember seeing a comment from, like, today, actually, and it wasn't on any of my videos or anything, but it was, when I saw talking about Monster Hunter and, like, how the game is designed, how you learn, how you adapt, and that Monster Hunter is a game that generally makes you feel like you're really good at video games, because as long as you, like, it's mostly a knowledge game. Make sure you need the execution to back up a lot of your knowledge, but for the most part you just need to know what the monsters do, and once you do that it's just predetermined actions basically. Like your response is somewhat automated. You can turn everything into a flowchart, so to speak, when you're facing monsters. And it's a satisfying flowchart to get down, and it's not incredibly taxing, which makes you feel like really, really good when you get it down, which is absolutely true. There's like literally no reason that I should be dodging into that, I think. Frontiers is one of those games in general that amplifies that a lot more, considering how reliant it is on you knowing exactly the timings of every monster attack. So that you can dodge it all. Especially considering, of course, difficulty is a factor in it. Like, part about feeling so satisfied when dodging moves in this game is just because the difficulty is so high that one wrong move will get you killed. So it feels so rewarding to actually learn and get down. Was a little bit late on that dodge. I am genuinely wondering if I should swap off Storm Style already. Because I'm noticing that, especially on newer monsters, obviously, or monsters like this, like Teostra and Kushala, who have like groins that you can slip into, that I'm getting very caught up inside a lot of these monsters' bodies. Like this, I'm just kind of like piercing through him. But it means if they do any sort of AoE move, or even just a running move, they will catch me. It also becomes a lot harder to disengage because one dodge roll doesn't put me in a safe distance. Gonna do his tail attack probably. Tail attack. That's the satisfying part about Monster Hunter right there. He has a tail attack in the air. I did not know that. He wasn't in the air all too often in my first playthrough, so... I can see why this fight is here in Go rank and not G rank, because I'd imagine Extreme Style makes that what would you call it? Movement check? Makes that movement check very difficult, I'd imagine. Or sorry, very easy if you had the Extreme Style. You just run towards him. I think if you do get caught too close to him in that, it's kind of a guaranteed damage. I should heal before I engage again. Whew. I was gonna heal there, but the AI got me. I'm gonna have to heal again. Am I? Yeah. If this was a down, I wasn't going to. Remember the AI said that voice line, or that text line? there's like this battle's going well. I think that's like monsters at half health or something, or a little bit lower. There's an example of the like getting caught under them and then getting caught by one of their running moves. I'm not used to that that slap also causing damage in the tail, which is why I'm getting hit by it every single time. I'm gonna try my best to dodge it. Functionally speaking, I'm not even using Storm Style all that often. I'm kind of just using Advancing Slash and Rising Slash. I genuinely wouldn't feel a difference. If I swapped over, for the most part. Huge. An actual down. Gonna go for the risk. And it paid off. Fail? No. Oh, this is AoE. This is gonna be tail. That was a great dodge, but unfortunately not good enough. This is AoE. Go for some damage. You're figuring the tail slap does damage. That was excellent. Fuck. I pressed dodge a little bit too late. AoE. I don't want to jinx it, but the AoE has never hit me so far, which is quite nice. That would have killed me. If you're scared to help someone record vocals for their song in the studio. Yeah. I really like that damage cloud actually, or that that barrier mechanic. I think that's a very cool mechanic because it forces you to stay glued to him. This is the Dwara looking guy. Yeah, this is the gold Dwara, the aura. He's got an interesting mechanic. Basically, he creates a dome that protects him from like the surrounding environment and you. But if you're outside of that dome, you will die instantly. So basically you kind of gotta stay glued to him. You fucking mind? What was that? If I didn't have guts, that would have killed me. Are you kidding? What was that? Literally got spawn camped, dude. Yeah, it's the glistening dome that you see on occasion. Basically, it can happen at pretty much any point, from what I can tell. It doesn't need a move to coincide with it. He just chooses to protect himself from the surrounding environment. This is risky because if he does it here, I should be fine, but fuck! I knew he was gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. Nope, he's gonna turn around. This is it. You have to be inside this dome when that happens. I think it's quite generous, but it is. I've died to it. That was actually, I think, frame perfect. That was nice. Still really not sure how to deal with that move specifically. I've dodged it a couple times, but I'm gonna have to just heal. AoE. Beautiful. AoE. First time it's hit me. Dodged too early. My bad. Can I hit it still? Yo, what you fucking bitch slapped me, dude? Oh god, I just realized my sharpness is fucking gone. No wonder I've been dealing, like, no damage. Get back in, get back in. Damn, that reached. Okay, we're good. AoE. Mushroom from what? What year is it? 2024, you know? The fresh 2024. He loves that tail move, dude. Look, he's such a big fan of it. How's it going? It's going pretty good. It's going nicely. Life is going well. That was a risky stab. Bunch of stabs. I should have not gone for that. I should be healing right now. This is AoE. Never heal. Healing is no DPS done to the monster. You're right. The accuracy of that is never get hit. Your DPS goes to 0 if you get hit. I didn't know the tail could hit me there. He's gonna do his tail move. Unfortunately, you can't really adopt that strategy in Monster Hunter. Because these fights go on for... He's gonna do his tail attack. This fight goes on for... This is going on for 20 minutes. 20 whole minutes. Nice. It's a pretty damn cool monster, actually. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, no, we've had hunts going on for quite a long time. So unless you plan to hitless, which I mean some people do. He was this was like a decent level of difficulty in this monster. I like when monsters have like unpredictable moves, moves that are like hard to learn, and monsters also have some typical moves, some very standard moves. This is an example of that, where his AoE, his like AoE that he does, where like the glowing shards on the ground and then it comes up. It's really cool, but it's also very typical. Like I only get hit by it one time in the 2 times I've hunted him, and the first time I saw it, and every subsequent time pretty much, I did not get hit by it. I just dodged it every time because it was very standard. I was very used to that. Very like typical timing. It's kind of like if you've seen a move like this before and you've dodged it before, then you know how to dodge this one as well. To an extent, it's just like inherited memory, I suppose. Inherited evasion. So I like it when monsters have stuff like that, moves that are very typical. It's like, yeah, this is when I dodge. Because a tip that I always give to people who are getting into Souls-like games or like Elden Ring or stuff like that, especially games that you have to dodge through things for, is if you go by the philosophy of you always start dodging when the move speeds up, then there's like almost no move in Elden Ring that can catch you. If you're specifically trying to just dodge it exclusively, like obviously not including combat, or not including like retaliation, not including like any ads that are around you or anything like that. I more or less mean like if you want to dodge that move, you just pay attention to when it's going to speed up. And this is especially notable on like the most complained about move in Elden Ring, or one of the most complained about moves in Elden Ring, which is Margit's really slow slam that he does with his stick. Like, people literally joke about this thing for since the game came out. It's been like the most hotly contested thing that Elden Ring does, is it makes the monsters or the bosses wait so long on their attacks that it's obviously to disrupt the natural flow of evasion that people get used to. Because you get used to the momentum of fights. You get like, here comes an attack, boom, here comes an attack, boom. Like, you get used to the route that it goes down. So when they do, they had what Margit did, which is he pulls his stick up and he walks around, he waits. He just holds it, prepping to hit you with it, to go whoosh and slams you with it. Everyone was like, oh, it's so bad, dude. Fuck off with the delayed attack. Everyone gets mad about it. I'm like, this is cool, because it shows that they know their player base. They know that, like, it's adapting based on player adaptions, which is very cool. It's against the norm. You know, it's doing something different to counteract what you can what you usually expect, which I think is very cool. But even then, like I said, there is a method to countering a majority of those moves where you just dodge when he speeds up again. I can dodge that move 100% of the time on Margit, no matter how much he delays it. He could delay it for a minute long, and I would still probably dodge it, because there's a subtle, well, not subtle, but there's a sudden cue to tell you need to dodge right now, which is that when he has it up, he does, he basically lets you know, I'm launching it now, within a fraction of a second before he does it. So as long as you just dodge right when you see it speed up, right when you see that he's let go of the charge, you don't get hit by it. And a majority of Elden Ring's really delayed attacks fall under that philosophy as well. So I like it when bosses and monsters in Monster Hunter have stuff like that, where it's like they disrupt the norm, they stop you from autopiloting on your dodges. But I also do still enjoy it when a monster doesn't have that and has typical moves as well. I think a good like mix of like standard momentum, like pacing based evasion, you know, like standard evasions, basically, like typical. A good mix of that and delayed stuff, and like stuff that's meant to make you think, make you time things better, is what will make, like, what turns fights from being okay into being really fun. Because not only do you get stuff that you can dodge without having fought the monster 10 times, just because you have experience from the previous monsters, but there's also more stuff on top of them you have to take account for that isn't, well, that's exclusive to their kit, you know? I haven't streamed, obviously, in like 2 years, so obviously I'm not really as articulate as I used to be, because I remember I used to talk like 6 hours on end, non-stop, and I got really good at doing it. It's actually kind of funny. On the first weekend, I returned to streaming. After I'd streamed 3 times, all those times were like 4+ hours, my throat hurt like crazy. I was like, damn. I was at an event on the following Saturday, talking with people, and my voice was cracking. Like, I was like, I was like really, like I was cracking like crazy. I was like, damn. I've worn my throat out so hard, dude. I'm not used to streaming, dude. To be fair, going from nothing to 6+ hours a day probably isn't a good idea, but I've done it. I can do it. So it's been about an hour and a half of Superior Teostra, and then another 30 minutes or so. Yeah, another 30-40 minutes of that Kushala. Garuba. So I have 4 more to go, and Stormy still has 6 more to go. Because Stormy hasn't done the ones that I've done on stream today. I'm just going to tell you right now, Stormy, we're going to be Hulk potting for this Teostra. through and through. I tried, like I said, I just did an hour and a half of that monster. I gave it a fair shake. I tried him maybe, I think I tried, yeah, I hunted Supremacy. You're required to. It's a required hunt. If we want to get to G rank, we have to do Supremacy. It's required. Is the optional at the bottom? Look at that. He's a required monster. So I gave it a fair shake. I tried him. I think I went through 2 full attempts, where I fainted obviously 6 times. Actually trying to, like, I think that both those attempts lasted about like 20-ish minutes or so. I gave it fair shakes, and yeah, no, I just his moveset is blatantly like unfair. I think it's not great. It doesn't feel very, like, a lot of his blast clouds are unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they're more active than the iframes you get from Evasion 2, which just means you're guaranteed to get hit in some instances. Like, there's no way around it. You just can't not get hit in some instances unless you're positioning extremely well, in which case you're also getting no damage because you pretty much have to play fully safe the whole time. Because obviously they, like, if you stand in front of them, they can instantly dodge within 1 frame or instantly run within 1 frame and smack you to the ground. Yeah, no, they a couple of their other moves are super. It's probably one of the most position-based monsters in the series, I would guess. Like, you have to be standing in particular spots at pretty much all times, or you are probably going to take a hit from something that you cannot avoid. Which is, he also does obviously the big beam of fire. If you're on his left side, he starts beaming to the right. He goes like, and then beams, drags it around. If you start on this side, you get hit, guaranteed. It's a guaranteed hit, because well, when he pulls it over, it's so wide that you dodge no matter which way you dodge. If you dodge this way, away from the beam, he just moves back around and hits you, because, you know, he's sweeping it. But if you're on this side and you dodge that way, it catches you. Pretty much, like, a lot of the time, it will catch you. So it's a guaranteed hit if you're standing on his left side. So you can't stand on his left side at all, pretty much. And then obviously, like I said, a lot of his blast clouds, I'm pretty sure his blast clouds are more active, at least a lot of them are more active than the evasion frames from Evasion 2. Additionally, some of them, or actually a majority of them, are not representative of their actual size. Probably one of the worst parts about Supremacy that I really don't like, which made me really decide to start hawkpotting on him, is his blast clouds, visually. Both the puddle on the ground that shows, like, the puddle on the ground that shows where he's going to do blast when he primes it, when he actually activates his blast, is not representative of the actual explosion. The explosion is probably 20 to 30 times bigger than the pool. Not only that, the actual explosion VFX, the 2D sprite that actually uses the blast, is also considerably smaller than the actual hitbox. Meaning, there are many times where I got hit and I was like on the rim and the explosion was in the center and I just got hit. There are times when I'm attacking him on his, like, imagine I'm Teostra facing this way. I'm on this side right here, attacking him on his arm. There have been times I've been hit by a blast cloud on his back right. That was like, and I'm not saying like a puddle that was there, just a random happenstance puddle, because that can happen, obviously. No, I'm talking about when he activated himself as a move on his back right, and I was at his arm, and I got hit. Like, I think he's just an extremely poorly designed fight, that is kind of blatantly unfair. So that made me be like, I'm just hot potting. Like, that's clearly a monster that is not really designed to be fair, so I'm not going to fight fair. I'll stream thing as well. You're not gonna lie, you felt a little bit because you were there for basically every stream in call, and we talked a lot. True. Yeah, definitely feeling it a lot. It doesn't help that I was doing things in between the days as well. Like, I'm a very big talker for things. Like, I go to events, I meet with people. Obviously I stream for like 4 hours a day, 4 hours every 2 days or so. And there's a chance I might be streaming more than just 3 days a week, because I want to eventually bring back Shit Yourself Sunday. Which obviously would be on a Sunday. It would be very, very weird if it was not on a Sunday. I guess I'll do that for April Fools. But if I bring back Shit Yourself Sunday, it'll be 4 streams a week. Yeah, no, I'm not fighting fair against Superior. Sure, something will be awesome. It will be pretty awesome. If I decide what to play for it first. The sad thing about like being really into horror games is I typically watch all of them before I would play them. Or before I would have played them. Not that I would, so I like either I've already seen the horror game that I wanted to play, or I don't have to like avoid watching it for a couple weeks. You're pretty good backlog of horrors to play. That's implying I also haven't watched them on YouTube, because any horror games that I've typically missed playing are horror games that I have watched on YouTube instead from other people. So the backlog is not as big as you would imagine. I think if anything, I actually might cut the stream short here. Take like a break for a while. Rest the voice a little bit. Because you're probably not going to be on for another 30 minutes maybe or so, and then we'll just get back on the grind then. But I mean, I did 2 new monsters a day, and the majority of the stream was Superior to Yostra. You've seen I'm Not a Human. I've seen the demo being played, but I have not seen the full game. I've seen the demo start to finish. Not a bad thing. But I also don't want to progress too much without Stormy here. Just because, I mean, I've already done 2 of the quests. I'm gonna have to redo them anyway, not that I mind redoing quests multiple times, because I get more materials, which is just... that's fine. You're 40 minutes until you pretty much stream for 6 hours. No worse, 8 hours. That's huge. 6-hour streams. I've been streaming, some of my streams recently have been about 6 hours-ish. I think the average is about 4. Every time I hear this track, by the way, in this lobby menu, it's the exact same cadence as one of the tracks from Demon Slayer, which is very funny, because whenever I hear it, I'm just thinking, oh, it's that one track from Demon Slayer. I'm gonna have a look at Heavenstall, because I am having the issue where, because of my sword pokes, I'm going inside the monster too much. Like, I leap in right into them, and then I do sword pokes, and then I'm inside them. So I'm wondering if I go with Heavenstall instead, which is technically the better style. Yeah, I would stay a lot more stationary. But that would be my combo, basically, just this. Because I'm pretty confident I don't ever want to be doing the shield bash move. Like, that move reeks. Unless I can cancel it in this game, unlike in World. You can't. No, you're locked in for that whole thing. Will I unlock Extreme today? We maybe will. Yeah, this would be the basic combo. Also finish with that if I have to. If we lock in, I mean, we probably will. This game's got good blood graphics. It does. Those are pretty good blood graphics. Didn't really... Like, the newer Monster Hunter games don't have a lot of blood graphics because they're a lot more realistic. So the most you see is like a... just a little spurt, usually. Not to mention they wanted the games to become a lot less gory looking as time went on. I guess I could do one Torsidic Lace for fun. Because Torsidic Lace is really fun. Don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I don't care. I do care, actually. But no one's corrected me on it. Stormy with the classic Zenogre. Not sure what the actual fastest way to get to the top of this is. It's probably the way I go. Torsidic Lace should be, like, dead in a matter of minutes. Like, 6-7 minutes or so. Zenogre was a tragic mistake. True, it was a tragic mistake. Six or 7 minutes? I'll say 7. Depends on if I suck balls or not. If I start sucking ass. Damn, that was so active it actually still hit me. Okay. A bit later. I forgot how a lot of these timings went. I haven't fought him in a day. Can you blame me? Gonna do his tail attack? No, he's gonna turn around, okay. Damn. I did try and dodge that. I was a bit late. I recognized it was coming. Not used to his timings. That is a random time? Because that was a lot sooner than it was before. I didn't know that. Ooh, let's go. Fuck, missed those 3 stabs. That's a hit. Thought it was a flinch. Yeah, I thought I would just dodge through at that time. I wonder if monsters have some sort of index or like random number generator that chooses what moves they prioritize during a hunt. You know what I mean? Like, there's a random set where it's like, I don't know, number 1 to 10 on every move, but that number changes. Because there are some hunts I do where I never ever see a certain move ever being done. Like, I see it maybe once or twice, and then on a subsequent run, I see them doing it pretty much every other move. This has been a very sloppy Corsid. Whoever made Teregius move RNG is insane. I think they just added an extra 0, I'm not gonna lie. Do AoE move 20 out of 10 times. That's them leaving. They're going down here, I think. In order to reach G rank, you must first reach HR7. Thank you, Ignir. Damn. Oh, I got caught by his butt cheeks, dude. Damn. Wind pressure negated, dude. That would have saved that. Also, this is going to take a little longer than 7 minutes. He's being evil. Maybe like Supremacy Teosha just locked me out. No longer locked in. Every other instance of that slamming move they did, that was passing dodge. Uses one hawk pot and forgets how to play. It's true, honestly. What hawk pots do? Yeah, that slam move there, the first time was extremely delayed, the big slam, but every subsequent time the timing has been identical, which slightly pisses me off, because I most certainly, the first time they did that move, I most certainly dodged it on the correct timing, but just because they delayed it. It didn't count. Should have dodged that early, and not late. Go for the tail. That was the hitbox of all time, dude. You see that shit? See, I do know the timing of that move. So the first time just was fucked. Oh, I got winded. That's exceedingly rare, honestly. As in, I'm pretty sure I had to be right next to his butt cheeks in order to get winded there. I've been under him before we needed that move and I didn't get winded. Bit too early. Or sorry, a bit too late even. I haven't seen that move as often, so I'm not as familiar with it. I can dodge it. Through and through. Should be going back up. I think anyway. Yeah, I think I need to swap the Heaven style, unfortunately. I do love the Storm style, but I think it's probably just more beneficial. I love this pokes so much, but the pokes are what's getting me out of position. Oh, is it? Oh, I think I figured it out. It's when he's uncharged, the move is delayed. Oh, nice, we stopped him from charging up. You love it but can't have it? Exactly. So now it's going to be fast again. I've got it. That's in the memory bank now. It's in the noggin. Knowledge acquired. Fuck. I'm trying to pick his tail up, but... It really wants to flash us. He loves this move, dude. This is what I mean. Like, he almost rarely ever does that move on some of my playthroughs. And then on this one, it's literally like every other move. That has a damage window? I didn't know that. Oh, I thought I could walk it. Washed. Or should heal again. I think he goes over this way. If he's tired. Or if he's limping. One of my goons with me is my cat. I didn't even notice. Give me that fucking tail, dude. Never mind. Keep it. Keep your secrets, dude. When will you give me tail? I don't need it, but I want to chop it off all the same. I had enough hours to sleep today. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. What is this? Excite Shroom, holy shit. We found Excite Shrooms. The Bird at Daybreak has been your favorite theme to listen to recently? Is that this combat track? Have I heard that one? The Bird at Daybreak in World. It's ice. Oh. Ah. Whenever I hear Astera's theme, I get like hit with a wave of nostalgia. Something just hits different about being in Astera compared to all the other locales, all the other game hubs. You're away. Good seeing you again. We'll see you later, Mr. King. I'll have a look for it. The Bird at the Daybreak. You want to hear it? It's the main theme. This playing near the end? Yeah, this plays during the Sharash Valda fight, or after the Sharash Valda fight is done. And then like it immediately goes into the credits version of the theme, which is the Iceborne credits are incredible. Genuinely, like I always tell someone to like, well, you can skip them anyway, but if they were skippable, I would say don't skip the Iceborne credits because they're gorgeous. They look so good. You miss Iceborne? Kinda. I miss some aspects of Iceborne. Like I miss like some of the big monster fights, like Alatrion and Safijiva. I miss the Clutch Claw. I actually really like the Clutch Claw. I'm one of the few people who think the Clutch Claw was really fun. I'm really excited to see what the expansion for Wilds is going to look like. Considering how good Iceborne is, and how good Wild's base game is, the expansion for Wilds is going to be insane. Like expanding on already like a pretty phenomenal game is going to be really good. Wasn't Sunbreak good as well? Sunbreak was also great. Sunbreak was extremely good, and it got rid of the few things that was wrong with Rise, or that wasn't as great, like Rampage quests. I liked Rampage quests for the first like 200 hours of gameplay, but when I did them again after that, I was like, this is just getting boring and tedious, and it's like, this is not what I booted up Monster Hunter to play. Like, they're fine, they're fun, they're not awful, but after a while they did start to drag out. So I'm glad that they got rid of that in Sunbreak. In Sunbreak they went back to the usual, just you hunt monsters. I like the anomaly system. The anomaly system in Sunbreak was I really enjoy beefing up existing monsters to a more difficult level. That's one of the things I'm always like, every single Monster Hunter game does, which I'm not really the biggest fan of, is when the actual best thing to do is always just to hunt like the 1 to 3 monsters that are the very end game of whatever game it's in. Like in Wilds, it's like you may as well just be hunting Oxmazios the whole time. Or you're kind of required to do a certain amount of Oxmazios if you want any good weapons at all. So like the end game is I guess you gotta do Goxmazios. When was it 8 star? Oh, it was 9 stars got first released or whatever. It was like just the apexes, so it's like I guess you just gotta do the apexes the whole time, because otherwise it's not worth it. I'm not a big fan of when like the entire end game of a Monster Hunter game relies entirely on like a couple monsters and nothing else, because then a massive chunk of the game's combat is, or the game's content is pointless, is useless almost. Like, unless I have a reason to consistently hunt the rest of the track or the rest of the monsters, then I don't know. I don't think it's as good. For example, the Guiding Lands gave you an ulterior motive to hunt monsters that weren't. I mean, it actually just gave you a motive to hunt anything you were meant into, which was great. I really like the Guiding Lands for that, because you just went in there, whichever region you wanted to level up. If there was a monster in there, you would hunt them again, 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 again. So I thought that was a really, really good system for just making, like, giving the old monsters purpose again, so that you would go back and hunt them. Because the grinding for materials to make armor sets can only get you so far, which is why they keep introducing systems that are unrelated to making gear in the very end game of every game, like the anomaly system, the Guiding Lands, and stuff like that, because there's only so far you can go with optimizing gear. So that's why, like, leveling up regions and getting layered armor and, like, getting the final upgrades of some weapons and armor, I believe, for the Guiding Lands was what it was for the most part. But I just really like when they do that, when they give every other monster purpose again. I don't want to, it kind of sucks when you're in the Monster Hunter endgame and there's, like, literally no reason to hunt any of the really cool monsters. Like, even in Wilds right now, there's quite literally no reason for me to go back and hunt Lalabarina. Or, I don't know, Rom Pompolo. No one hunts that guy anyway. But there's, like, a majority of the monsters that are not 9-star capable just are not really worth it. So you're limited to just, like, Mizutsune, the Apexes, the, just any of the ones that they deemed were worthy of getting, you know, big levels, the Legaicus, Regios, Arkveld. And that's kind of a majority of your endgame. I mean, obviously I don't play optimal the whole time. I'm not playing Wilds with the exclusive purpose. Just, oh, I must be optimal the whole time. I must do, like, these 9 stars and get material. No. I still go back and hunt those old monsters whenever I want to, just because, like, well, obviously, if I enjoyed that aspect about previous Monster Hunter games where they would give you purpose, a purpose for me eventually became just, I want to hunt them anyway. So I go back and hunt 4 Doshiguma every, like, 10 hunts because it's really fun. I go back and hunt, like, when there's an interesting quest put on my table, like the 5 Yankaukus we got on stream last Wild stream. Like, of course I'm gonna do that! That sounds awful! That's incredible! Like, you know, I like that they've also done that with pack monsters as well. They, like, they throw you quests that are really awful or, like, really funny, like a mix of both, and you're like, this shit sucks. I'm gonna do it. It's like, that's why I always hunt, whenever they get, like, a pack monster quest, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hunt that, just because why not? And I'm not gonna use dung bombs because that's way more fun. But I think Doshiguma is a genuine joy, is a genuine actual, like, this is a great quest on itself. It's not just for funny purposes, like fighting 4 Doshiguma at once. It's really fun, just alone, playing with 4 Doshiguma. What you mean is it's fun to hunt whoever, but it sucks that you aren't rewarded unless you hunt the same 4 monsters? Pretty much. It sucks when the Monster Hunter game is like, there's no point to hunting anything but the top 4 monsters in the game. Like, imagine if the Guiding Lands didn't exist in Iceborne and the entire endgame of Iceborne was just Alatreon, Safi'jiiva, Fatalis, 12 to Wrath. Like, don't get me wrong. That would still be a phenomenal endgame because those monsters are fucking incredible. But the Guiding Lands brought back purpose to every of the other monsters in the game. All of them. That's what I liked about it. That there was a reason to hunt everything else. It really gave Iceborne such breadth to it. Such, like, depthness. Which was not felt in a couple other instances. Like, a lot of the base games. I feel it now in WoW's base game, where, for the most part, it's just objectively better to go for whatever monsters are capable of giving you talismans. Or you do Gog's Mazios 100 times. Or, in the upcoming patch, you just do the Apexes, the 10-star Apexes. Because they now give Gogma materials as well. See what I mean? That's actually exactly what I mean, is when the upcoming update, where they only kind of get the 10-star rating. So, endgame is now going to be, you may as well be doing them, you know? When I kind of wish that you got Gogma materials across the board from like a lot of monsters. Like, even if it was just like one, like, sure, go back and hunt 2 Rompompolo in a quest or something, but you could give me 1 Gogma material for it. It doesn't have to be nothing. But I mean, actually, I don't really... I sound like I've got a massive force in this race for Wilds, but I don't really mind in Wilds. I think, it's okay. I'm glad that they've been broadening it out. I'm glad that there's different purposes, getting Gogma materials versus getting talismans. But... I'm really hoping for a repeat of their strengths in the expansion. I'm really hoping that we get something that makes every other monster relevant again, finally, so that we get to the end of Master Rank, and then they have some beefy endgame grind, which encompasses the rest of the monsters again. Pulls them all back into one big bow. So, they've improved the amount of hunts that reward endgame nicely in Wilds. Yeah, they've improved on it over time, given more monsters 9-star versions, so you can get talismans, and now bumping Gogma materials into the Apexes as well. Yeah. They've done nice in spreading that out so that you can hunt whatever. Like, you get rewarded for just hunting the things you want to hunt, which is better. When there's a situation in previous Monster Hunter games where I'm like, I want to hunt this monster, but it's literally pointless to, and I have to hunt this monster, which I'm not a big fan of, but it would be the best thing I can do. So you're stuck in this rut of being like, either I fight a monster I don't find fun to get progress, or I fight a monster that I do find fun and get no progress. Like, really, really long-winded way of putting it all together. Of putting all of that statements in together. But, you know what I mean. I'm glad that they've been doing really well with it ever since Iceborne, somewhat. And I'm really hopeful that the Wilds expansion is a repeat of that philosophy. Give us another something that doesn't rely on like gear and grind to hunt other monsters and get stuff. But oh well, I'll end the stream for now. We'll probably stream again. Well, I mean, we will be streaming again on Friday, so you'll see me then playing more Frontier, probably maybe some Wilds. We might do Wilds early on, and then Frontier later on, because Stormy would then be here. Really depends. Depends how far we get until then. But oh well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Tune in on Friday when we come back at 6 p.m. UTC. We're streaming Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The VODs channel should start getting these VODs up again. So all I need to do is make a thumbnail and we're good. And these VODs will start getting posted to the YouTube channel once again. I'm going to see what shorts I can make from the streams we've done. I'm sure there's a lot we can do. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.